Good morning, pets, bitches, and losers. Yeah, it's raining. It's nasty. How the fuck are you guys? Oh, god dang. I just want to tell you, I was in rare form on Twitter last night. Oh god, excuse me. Woo, that went down the wrong way. Yeah. Some people might think I'm being a snarky bitch. Oh, come on, motherfuckers. You gotta have some humor. And if you do something stupid, people are gonna say something. With peace and love. Alright, so, excuse me. My nose again. So, let's, as I've been saying, I was going to do a video for the subs. So let's do it. All right. And also, this is good for you Doms. But subs, let's have a talk. I believe there is definitely two types of guy that comes looking for the services of a Dom. One, you have a submissive that wants to serve the Dom, and it's all about pleasing the Dom. Now, I will say, a lot of times, trying to think how to put this, because I thought about this and I now think I should have thought a little harder on certain things, but okay, so you have your submissive who is all about pleasing the Dom. The Dom's approval is most of the time trumps what they want. Then you have a kinkster. A kinkster saying, like, somebody who has a foot fetish. They just like feet pictures. They don't necessarily want to like serve somebody, but they might get off on feet or, stuff like that. Now, if a kinkster approaches a Dom, they still need to be respectful. They still need to recognize that you are approaching somebody who demands and deserves respect. So you can't just be like, hey, can I buy some feet pictures? There's plenty of girls out there that aren't Doms that will sell you fucking feet pictures. So I feel there's a big gray area that there are submissive kinksters, because I've definitely had kinksters come into my DMs requesting things, and they're completely respectful and everything like that. They're respectful and they don't haggle and so on and so forth. But then you just have the kinksters that they just got a fucking kink. And sometimes those kink, they can only get fulfilled through a Dom. So, yeah. But that doesn't mean you still should not approach us properly. If you, let's just say you're not hugely, like into the whole serving a Dom stuff, but you like cock and ball torture, okay? You don't want to sit there and worship and kiss ass or whatever, but you like cock and ball torture. Well, I would say the majority of people that are going to do that to you are going to be Doms. So it's not about you kissing ass. It's about you being fucking respectful when you want that service. It's okay just to be a kinkster. I mean, in general, any sex worker, guys, be fucking respectful. Fuck. You're coming to us because you cannot get certain things in your life through your vanilla channels. So you come to us. So if anything, you should just be worshiping us that you even have these choices to be able to do this, you know? So yeah, ladies, you're definitely gonna, have just a kinkster, somebody who's just gonna wanna buy some like feet pics or underwear or whatever. That's fine, but they still need to be respectful. They still need to pay for it, you know? So subs, please. You could be a kinkster sub. You could be a kinkster. You still have to be respectful about it. And identify which one you want to be. Now, like I said, it is super rare just to have like a financial sub that only wants to please you by giving money, and it is a psychological thing for them that they are giving away their power. They view most of the time money power, and sometimes the humiliation part, that's a little bit of that kink or whatever. Or some guys just like my financial sub I had back in the day when I did real life sessions. He didn't want to be humiliated. He just got off on giving me money and gifts and taking me to dinner and like being around pretty girls. And, he was extremely, trust me, he was submissive, but he didn't want me sitting there being like, you're such a fucking loser, bitch. So, subs, that's another thing. You need to be really clear when you approach a dom, what you like. If you want to start a conversation, I'm sorry. Like I always say, tribute, we can start a conversation. When you just start a conversation and you're and a lot of subs are like, well, I don't want to, pay anybody any money if I don't know we're going to match. Well, I also don't want to fucking be talking to your ass for 30 fucking minutes and you wasting my fucking time telling me all about your fucking kinky bullshit. I'm sorry. Usually when you go to certain things, there's a consultation fee. I'm not like I've said, not everybody has to do this. If somebody's wanting to do a session or something and they example, somebody wants to do a humiliation session or something and they want to talk to me about it. You contribute to me like $10-20 and we can chat about it. It's non-refundable. And if we go through with the session, I will deduct that from the session cost. Now, some girls might be like, well, that's fucked up. I don't have a problem with that. As long as you don't have me messaging you for fucking ever, then yeah. Or, that's, yeah. So that's me, but I'm not speaking for everybody. There's, there are doms that, now, I don't want everybody fucking just being like, okay, I'm going to give you $10 and we're going to chat. We got to be talking about a session and stuff. So, but every financial sub I've had, or any sub that I've had that wants to truly serve me, fucking tributes right away. So, subs, you have to be really, really honest with a dom about what you like, so you don't get in a relationship with a dom who is not giving you what you like, and you feel like you're being taken advantage of. And ladies, if you're doing shit you don't like to the sub, that's on you. All of this is about consent, and you should like doing it. I had somebody, ask me, how do you attract subs? I'm asking subs questions. I'm going to post on my Twitter today my Curious Cat link. I actually think it's in all my links. So, but I'm serious. Any subs out there, please, I won't know who the fuck you are if you comment on my Curious Cat, or you can comment on the comments below. It's up to you if you want to out yourself or whatever. But what attracts you to a Dom? Is it looks? I mean, I think looks always attracts, is first attraction, because that's just our nature, is whatever, ooh, nice and shiny, pretty. So I think that's a big thing. But like, what else? Let's go beyond looks. What else? Is it attitude? Is it what they can do? Is it they're sweet? They're, what I want to seriously hear from subs. What attracts you to Doms? Is it purely just fucking looks? But I'm talking about like a sub. Kingsters, I could see where visually looks would be a big thing. I want to hear. So please, I'm begging. Never fucking beg. But yeah, I would really like to hear what makes you pick that specific Dom. And have you seen Doms and been like, and then, keep seeing them and think, oh yeah, that bitch is that's my taste. So, if subs are wondering what kind of subs we like, is compliant and ones that we don't have to fucking keep telling what to fucking do, and that tribute like they're supposed to. So yeah, I would be really curious. I'd be really, that would be cool. Ladies, if you know of any subs, like if you have subs that serve you, I would love for you to ask them to comment on this, because I just want to know what drives them. I know a lot of times true like subs that are really into the BDSM community, like play, a lot of them will go to in real life go to specific Doms that specialize in certain stuff, toilet play, there's some subs out there that not all Doms do their fetish, so it might be hard for them to find Doms that do that. So they will go and seek out those Doms. So I would like to say to all the Kingsters, you know what you like. Maybe you're exploring. Maybe you want to find out exactly what you like, but something intrigued you to start looking into this lifestyle. And if you're trying to find a Dom to explore those things with, do your research. I know, most guys fucking think with their dick. Shit, I get it. If I had a dick, I'd probably think with it too. Sorry, I got something in my eye. And, they look past, like, how experienced certain people are, or what their kink that they practice is, and so on and so forth. And their morality, because yes, Doms, we should all have morality. We should have standards, and we should hold each other in certain standards. So when people are like, there's no rules to being a Dom. Oh, there's rules. All right, ladies. Those bitches that say there's no rules to me are the fucking sociopaths that are like, fuck yeah, I'll do whatever the fuck I want. I don't care if I ruin their life. I personally am here to enhance my life. Is how I say me first. And enhance a sub's life or a Kingster's life. I like it. I enjoy it. It gets me off. As far as makes me feel all tingly or whatever. But the good thing with me, like I have always said, this is not my main source of income. So I only do what I feel I want to do. And yeah. So the one thing about me is you get pure truth as far as what I do. And I'm just not into fucking ruining somebody. It's like, I'm gonna ruin you, bitch. I mean, I'll tell you I'm gonna ruin your ass, but honestly, I will be the first one to fucking, back off and be like, okay, we need to take a fucking break here because you are going down a rabbit hole of complete despair or whatever. That's another thing, Doms. You need to check in with your subs. Everybody has their own fucking thing about aftercare. Okay, subs. That's another thing. If you're starting a relationship with a Dom, especially if you're really into some top grade humiliation and shit like that and, wallet draining and stuff, just tell your Dom, hey, every now and then maybe check in on me. And Doms, sometimes, they're still men. They're going to be fucking, we tell them what to do. They sometimes won't do it. So I just feel like it's necessary to check in and, just check in as a fucking person. I'd be like, hey, how's things going? You good? What's going on with, hi. Especially if they have a family and they're married. I want to make sure everything's okay in that world. I'm not out to fucking destroy their fucking lives. And subs, if you're that sub where you want your fucking marriage destroyed and your finances destroyed, like you are in that headspace that you really are like, I need that, you need to go to therapy. If you are into the fantasy of it, well then, subs and Doms, that is a conversation that you really, really, really need to discuss. And I mean, it's play, please. I just don't understand when people are like, well, I don't care if it's your last fucking dollar. I want your money. Fuck you. And I see Doms say this all the time. They'll say that, and then people will be like, yeah. And it's like, okay, a lot of it is just said for play. It's not literal. So, but there are some bitches out there. You can tell the bitches. This is a big ass truck that I do not need to get killed by. You can tell the bitches that are literal. You can tell. That's why it is so fucking important, subs, to do your fucking research and have a Dom that, aftercare comes in many different forms. When I did in real life sessions with aftercare, I mean, yeah, a lot of it after you, whip the crap out of somebody, you might do some rubbing and some cradling. I know it sounds weird, but it's all to each his own, however you do it. It's important. You are dealing with a human being, ladies. And guys, you need to fucking pay attention to that fucking, little voice in your head. If it's starting to fucking freak out on you and make you go mental, step away from the bitch. Ladies and subs, I see some really, really just heinous behavior from, I don't even want to call these guys subs because they're not. They're basically trolls that bill themselves as a sub, just saying some really heinous shit. And there was one, I'm not even going to say his name, I blocked and reported him, and so did a bunch of other people, and I think all Doms and subs should report him. He was like saying, I don't feel that black Doms are as good as white Doms, and what N-word is going to drain me. I was like, Oh my God. Okay, I'm not black, obviously, and I take that shit extremely serious, but then again, I am like, this motherfucker is a troll, and he's purposely trying to get under people's skin. So all the comments he gets and all that shit, he's getting off on. And I'm just like, I'm not even gonna bother commenting about him or saying something to him. I get it. Like, if you are a black dom and you see shit like that, I'm sure your fucking blood boiled. I mean, my fucking blood boiled. But I had to step back and be like, I went to his page and was reading his tweets. I'm like, this motherfucker's a troll. He is not a sub. He is some fucking little incel sitting somewhere wanting to stir up all kinds of shit. You know? Not even fucking worth our time. Now, the very most disappointing that I see on shit like that is the doms that fucking engage with... Okay, let me go back. You're not a fucking dom. The fucking tragic bitches that engage with those types of subs. I'll train you, piggy. You can, And you know what? 80 fucking percent of them are white. So ladies, thanks for representing my ethnicity well. Not. And then there's some black ones too. And I'm just like, bitch. I know a lot of black doms do race play with white subs. And I'm not going to lie, every now and then I'm like, ugh. What? And people are like, well, is it double standards? Fuck yeah, it's double standards. Black people were fucking treated like shit and are still treated like shit in this country. You know, I am tired of people being like, well, things have changed. I live in fucking Georgia. And you go into South Georgia, North Georgia, you go into the outskirts of the motherfucking, outside of Atlanta, you're lucky if you see a fucking black person in some of these little podunk fucking towns. So you can imagine, I was just talking to one of my clients who his school went to play basketball at another school in North Georgia, like it borders like the Tennessee border. And one of the black players refused to go on a game playing the school because last year people were calling him the N-word. And him and his dad are like, we're not going to fucking put up with that shit. I as a fucking coach on that for that boys team, how do you not fucking lose your mind and defend your kids? So I get the whole black dom white sub race play thing, and I think it's funny because I guarantee you some of these fucking crackers that they're fucking doing race play with are probably some of the most racist motherfuckers, and they know it's wrong, but they can't fucking show it in their real life because, their peers would look at them as being a piece of shit, so they feel they probably have a little bit of a conscience about it, so they want, a black dom to basically tell them what a piece of shit they are and they're not fucking worthy. So there. So, yeah, I definitely give black people a pass on that. Yep. I will not argue with that. Like I said, I'm not saying every now and then I see one of the black girls, say something and I'm like, ooh, damn. I'm like, fuck. But do I think it's right for white doms to do race play on black subs? I've talked about this, and that is to each his own. And I know a lot of black doms will get pissed, being like, they shouldn't do that. But, you know, God, I hate even talking about this sometimes. Ladies wouldn't be doing it if there wasn't a call for it and a need for it. And I mean, I don't know. I don't want to get into it. I'm not going to like sit there and judge, but I couldn't possibly do it. Like I said, for me, I have to have my heart into it, and I don't have my heart into racism. I just don't. And I'm not saying that people that do it are racists. They could be fucking amazing actresses or actors or whatever. I mean, there are actors that play racist all the time, you know? So I'm sure people have their opinions about this. I've seen what people say, you know, they're like, well, if it comes so easy to you to do it, then it must be part of you. But nobody really knows unless you're the person that's doing it. So anyways, I stay the fuck away from it. But yeah, for Black History Month, I saw a white dom post. I will not be doing any race play, but I will be promoting black doms to be able to get their coin and fucking slay their fucking subs for all the repression that they have endured. And I was like, yes. You know, I don't like talking about fucking like politics or anything too controversial or religion, but that's another kink. Anybody got a religious fetish out there? Like the whole Catholic schoolgirl, you know, you want your dom dressed up as, or a nun, or you want to be, you know, reprimanded like the bad little Catholic schoolboy you are. I love doing that shit. Wah! Yeah, I need to do some content. I need to do a video. Hey, I need some canes. Did I put some on my Amazon wish list? So some of you subs, like, yeah, I need a cane. Just thought of some good content. But anywho, yeah, you know, like I said, this is all my opinion. And I don't assume that I speak for anybody but myself. I think this go around for me in the BDSM community is I am now truly doing it just for myself, not to support myself, but I'm truly doing it just for myself. So I'm being, as we could say, my authentic self in this journey. So I'm not doing things when I don't want to do things. I mean, I probably could make a lot more money if I would pump out content, but I'm tired. I just don't feel like doing it. What one of you motherfuckers need to do is like pay me for a custom, and then I'll have to do it. Because I will. It's funny. If I have to do something, then I'm like, okay, I'll do it. And since I'm here, I might as well start filming more. I mean, I got that fucking lighting kit that my ex sub got me. I need to fucking use it. I got cameras, got all kinds of shit. But yeah, so that's the beauty of this for me. I'm not criticizing anybody if this is like you're getting your coin this way and this is the only way. But I love that now, you know, I'm approaching everything just with a real like This is me. This is what I like. Oh, yeah, I don't like that. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to force myself to do shit. Because when you, especially like, I do feel when I was, and I'm going to tell you this, sometimes you don't figure out what you don't like until you do it. So when I was doing in real life sessions, I would be like, okay, yeah, I'll do that. And then I was like, yeah, I ain't doing that shit again. Because my heart wasn't into it, or I just felt super uncomfortable. So yeah, that's sometimes you don't figure out you like it or don't like it until after you do it. I was having a conversation with the redheaded queen, and we were talking about pegging. I see nothing wrong with subs wanting to get pegged. I see nothing wrong with doms pegging. I really don't. It's not my thing. Oh, it could be my thing. I mean, trust me. It could really be my thing for the right amount of money. Hell fucking yeah. Because that would get me excited. And anybody willing to pay my price for pegging, then I know you really fucking want it. Hell yeah. So, but yeah, you kind of don't figure out you don't like stuff until you do it. Or you like it, or then like if you really are like, yeah, that was awesome. So same thing kind of goes with subs too. If you really don't like something and it's being done to you, then use that fucking safe word. And I even think we should have safe words for online, so yeah. Okay, this was kind of all over there, but I was trying to make it for the subs and doms, but this is the last day of January. Next month is Black History Month. So we need to be representing our strong, beautiful Black doms out there, ladies. I will be doing a lot of retweeting and tweeting my favorite Black doms. And I try to do that anyways. I mean, I just retweet and tweet doms that I love, but I think for the month of February, I'm just going to tweet Black doms. Yeah. How's that? But anyways, leave your comments. If they're bad, fuck you. If you haven't subscribed already, go for it. Click like, that little bell thing, whatever. And ladies, fucking have an awesome weekend. Slay these motherfuckers. It's Super Bowl weekend. Make bets with your subs. That's a good idea. And subs, just fucking tell us what you want and don't be disrespectful and fucking tribute.